Have you been doing a lot of work on your computer lately and you're starting to notice a lot of pain and numbness in your wrists and hands? Then this video is for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe DeMarco, chiropractor and owner of OcraMed Health, and today we're talking about carpal tunnel syndrome. You know, I've noticed the last several weeks in my office, I'm getting more patients coming in complaining of pain, numbness, tingling in the wrist, the hand, the fingers, and a lot of it has to do with people are spending more time at home, they're working from home, they're spending longer hours at that computer, and on top of it, in general, they're less active right now. So what's happening is they're developing symptoms that go along with what we call carpal tunnel syndrome. So what is carpal tunnel syndrome? Okay, basically in the wrist area, we have a little tunnel that's formed, and on one side of the tunnel is some of the carpal bones, which are the little bones in your wrist, and then the other part of the tunnel is made up by what's called the transverse carpal ligament. So you basically have bone on one side of the tunnel and some ligament or some soft tissue on the other side. Now the carpal tunnel, it isn't a huge tunnel, but passing through it is actually 9 tendons from the flexor muscles, which are here, the muscles that flex the wrist and fingers. 9 tendons are passing through that carpal tunnel. So if you could just picture, I have like some foam cord here just to give you a visual, because the tendons of these flexor muscles are long and thin as they come down through the wrist. So if you picture, I have 9 pieces of phone wire here, and these 9 tendons are passing through this little tiny tunnel of the wrist. Now, to make matters worse, as if that's not enough taking up all the space in that carpal tunnel, you're also passing through the median, what's called the median nerve. So we have 9 tendons and the median nerve all passing through the carpal tunnel. Now, the median nerve, as it passes through, goes to the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, and half of the ring finger. And so that's oftentimes where people get their symptoms, whether it's the pain, numbness, or tingling. So it's anywhere from the wrist to that part of the hand. Now, why does that happen? Well, picture your median nerve, all those tendons. It's on the front part of the hand and wrist. And when we're at the computer, this is the position we're in. So our elbows are oftentimes hanging off. We're putting direct pressure on those tendons, direct pressure on the carpal tunnel, direct pressure on that median nerve as we're typing, as we're moving the mouse along. We stay in this position for hours on end. We're going to get, just from the pressure alone, you're going to get a significant decrease in blood flow, which is never good for soft tissue. Over time, you're going to build up soft tissue stiffness, soft tissue adhesions, and this is going to cause when soft tissue gets irritated, it swells, and if you get some soft tissue swelling, now there's less room in that carpal tunnel, there's more pressure in the carpal tunnel, pressure on the median nerve, we start to get all these different types of symptoms. So what are we going to go today? I'm going to go over a couple different things we can do to prevent this and to work through this. What the 2 main things have in common is both of the things I'm going to go over are going to get a lot of blood flow into the tissue. We're going to go over some stretches, and we're going to go over some fascia release work. Like I said, both of those things are going to get a tremendous amount of blood flow. What I'm going to show you too, the techniques, it's only going to take you about 5 minutes. So this is great. This is perfect. You're going to go through these things 5 minutes. Do it before you sit down in the morning at your computer, and then use it as frequent breaks throughout the day. Go through this little 5-minute routine, and I really think this is going to help you a lot if you're currently dealing with any type of symptoms that are related to carpal tunnel. So let's get right to it. Okay, so here we go. Running through everything I'm going to show you, it's literally just like a 5-minute routine to do, and it's going to feel awesome. We're going to just start off with getting blood flow into the tissue. I'm going to interlock my fingers just like that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the fingers of my left hand and really try to really work those muscles, like extend those fingers. And as I'm extending the fingers of my left hand, the fingers of my right hand, I'm squeezing. So I'm extending the fingers of the left, squeezing the fingers of the right. And then I'm going to change. I'm going to extend the right fingers and squeeze the fingers of my left hand. I'm going to go back and forth, just like that. And we're going to do that for 20 repetitions, so a 20 count. And really do all you can to really extend and squeeze, extending one hand and squeezing the other hand. Okay, so 20 repetitions. Next, we're going to put the hands together like this. I'm going to use my right hand to bend back my left fingers, and then after my left fingers bend back, I'm going to bend back the left wrist, and then the opposite direction. Once again, 20 repetitions. Really nice, slow, controlled, and really try to apply pressure down on each hand as you do it. So 20 repetitions. Next, extending the arm out, grabbing the fingers, stretching those flexor muscles. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Then we're going to do the other side. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Then we're going to come back and nice and easy now grab the thumb and stretch the thumb back. Be careful because the thumb can be more sensitive than stretching those fingers back. 30 seconds, and then 30 seconds. And then just so the extensor muscles don't get jealous, we're going to flex. We're going to stretch those out a little bit. Now you get a better stretch on the extensor muscles if you make a fist. If you do it with your fingers straight, you don't put as much stress through the. You don't get as good of a stretch. So I'm going to make a fist. I'm going to bend my fist down, and I'm going to stretch out those extensor muscles for 30 seconds. And then again on the opposite side, 30 seconds. Just doing those stretches alone, I mean, you can just feel the blood flow through all that tissue of the wrist, the forearm, the fingers. It feels awesome. Those are the stretches. We're going to move right to some fascia release work. Now, get a massage ball. I have a Tai Chi ball here from OcraMed Health. It's small, it's spiky, it's perfect for this area of the body. So we're going to use a Tai Chi ball. If you don't have one, you know, you can start with a smoother tennis ball or whatever, but these are awesome for the type of work we're going to do. So put it on your desk. Now, if you have a slippery wooden desk, you might want to put, like I have a little foam pad here. You may want to put something so that you can roll the ball a little bit. If something's too smooth, sometimes the balls won't roll as well. But I got a little foam pad, and I'm just going to put my flexor muscles on top of the ball. I'm going to start at the wrist, and I'm just going to kind of roll in all different directions, up, down, side to side, diagonal, and I'm going to work it all the way up till I get towards my elbow, all different directions, and I'm going to work it back. And we're going to just do this type of a movement for about 60 seconds. Next, I'm going to start back at the wrist, and I'm going to slide my flexor muscles right down that ball, all the way up towards the elbow. And as I do that, I want you to bend the wrist back in this direction. So firm pressure from the wrist down the elbow, and as you do it, bend the hand back like that. And we're going to do that for as many passes as you can get during about 60 seconds. Go down, bend that wrist back, roll it all the way towards the elbow. So 60 seconds of just kind of rubbing the flexor muscles over the ball, 60 seconds of making those passes from the wrist towards the elbow. Then take the ball in your hand and just dig around the palm surface of the hand, right along this tissue here, along the pad of the thumb here. Go up each finger, up the thumb, come right below into the wrist area, and 60 seconds just spend just kind of digging out that soft tissue and getting a ton of blood flow. Even in the few seconds I'm doing it, you can see my hand is starting to get red. I'm getting a ton of blood flow in the tissue. And that's it. That whole routine might take you all of 5 minutes. You do it right before you sit down at your desk to start your workday. You know, get the blood flowing right from the get-go, and then take frequent breaks during the day. You know, I mean, sometimes people say, well, every hour. I would even go even quicker, you know, like, 30, 45 minutes. I would be pushing myself away from that desk, and I'd go through that routine. So whether you're experiencing carpal tunnel type symptoms or, you're not, that's something that you really want to just get in a habit of doing throughout the day if you're just stuck sitting at your desk, all right? So 5 minutes, give it a try. All right, so there you have it. A quick 5-minute routine that's going to prevent a lot of problems with the wrists and hands. Give it a try. I hope it helps, all right? Hey, listen, when you get a chance, go to my website, www.OcraMedHealth.com. We have all different colored Tai Chi balls in stock, our Core Flex ab roller, fitness programs, mobility plans, you name it. Check it out when you get a chance. You know, if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to my channel, OcraMed Health on YouTube. Questions about exercises or injuries, just leave a comment in the comment section below. I always get back to everyone who writes in. And don't forget, OcraMed Health is here to keep you fit forever.